What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nonpfixion, and we are back here for another episode of the Great Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 5. I mean, for those who don't know, I wasn't able to do episode 4 when it came out live, so I did a reaction to it, and I did a live stream the other day for it. So if you want to see it, it's up on the channel already. But we are here for Kenobi, episode 5, and man, so far my thoughts, I'm actually still enjoying the what we're watching. I like the development of what we're seeing so far. Of course, I mean there's always certain things that you want to see that's a little bit different than some stuff that you're like, okay, I want to see why they're doing this and why we're doing this. And I'm still curious as far as, Reva, like what is her thing? I think that she's one of the younglings from the beginning. What's up, Nate? What's up, Zach? I think she's one of the younglings from the beginning that we saw, pretty much being kidnapped after the other Jedi were being taken out because of Order 66. So I think she's that person, and I also believe that what's going to end up happening is she's going to turn cold towards the end. I think Obi-Wan and her are going to come to a slight little battle or understanding in a battle, and she's going to end up trying to fight him, and her anger is going to come out. It's going to be like the same situation where in Hawkeye had to fight old girl, like he had to fight the sister, and the sister came out, and of course her emotions came out. She started explaining why she was trying to take him out. I think it's going to be a very similar situation. Of course, it's not, there's no sister involved, but at least not the one we know of. But I think that that's going to come to fruition in that story, and Reva's going to turn cold towards the end. And I think she's going to attempt to fight Vader and be killed. That's what I think. Um, Now, also after watching some other videos of some people, and just kind of like looking and seeing what's really going on with everything, I honestly feel like the director, from what I understand, he has no real knowledge of the other movies. And I think that's why there's some continuity issues that most Star Wars fandom are having questions and problems with. Because when he had Reva kill off the Inquisitor, we all know that that's a problem because the Inquisitor is a big part of Rebels, and Rebels is continuity, even though it's a cartoon. He's one of the main villains for the Rebels. So it's like, if they killed, wait, huh? It's like that doesn't make sense. So I'm hoping it gets rectified towards the end of the episode of the series, which we only have one more episode after this. I hope it gets rectified towards the end. But if it doesn't, I mean, what are we really to do? We can't make them change it. You know what I'm saying? It's the director, and they're allowing the director some leeway and some freedom in his story writing. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see, and hopefully it just turns out really well towards the end. Um, Nate said, I've skipped recap and ready to sink. Wife arrives home and saw it and got mad. Thought I watched it without her. Oh, really? She about to put you in prison. She did May 4th at the canteen. She's a bigger fanboy than me. That's what's up. She's busy making bacon wrapped filet mignon. Oh, that sounds good. It's a hard life, bro. Stop it. Just, I mean, maybe if because you got banned, maybe. Oh, all right. But the episode is up. I don't have it skipped towards the recap. I always put it on to start from the beginning, and then don't skip the recap. So, all the timer. Let me get my timer up. Once I get the timer ready and make sure it's working, um, I finally watched all the movies and only have Solo movie and Boba Fett left. I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. Boba Fett was cool, but it wasn't amazing, but it was still cool story to see a character that became like this mega fandom character, but really to have like a big piece after his place in the movies. But it was cool. It was cool. But I'm one of the few people that I didn't like Solo. I wasn't a fan of it. But I mean, I know there's some people that did watch it because I know it made money, but I wasn't one of them. While I'm enjoying my pop secret popcorn. Okay. All right. All right. So you guys know the deal. You know the timer. Once it gets to 10 seconds, then we get it popping. That's what I'm trying to make sure everything is saved so I can proceed. Okay, it's saved. Let's see my new thumbnail and everything. All right. Beautiful. All right. So once again, when we let me know when you start. I'm about to get ready to start. Are you waiting for the misses, Nate? Oh, the Disney, not the Disney, but the first initial scene. Okay. All right, so you guys, you guys know the deal. Once timer gets 10 seconds, everybody press play in 10 seconds. So we clock started. 3, 2, 1, start. There are certain scenes in the fictional series that some viewers may find upsetting. We're heading into a recap now. The Obi-Wan at 2 minutes. Okay, they're doing a recap right now. Previously on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Previously on First 48. I feel like there's a lot of mixture of practical um, graphics and CGI stuff. It looks good, a good blend. So we all assume that they put he was he was showing off. He was showing off. They put a track on the little doll. I fudged it with epic bad timing. Right at the opening moment of the episode after Obi-Wan title. Okay, no worries. I'll let you know when the title comes up. I'm at 128. Lucasfilm's title LTD is coming up now. Now we're showing the colorful intro. Star Wars title card, 148 and counting. Now the Sands of Time of Obi-Wan Kenobi. 2 minutes flat. Show just started. It's a beautiful city. It's beautiful. This a flashback? Ah, they're doing a flashback. Okay. Pretty decent work on their faces to make them look younger. Vader was having a flashback, huh? Kind of crazy. Kind of cool, though. Jabim. So he's gonna make it an Inquisitor? So cool they still got James Earl Jones do the voice. So freaking cool. Oh no, that's a lot of people that's gonna probably get murdered. Amazing look for a TV show. Disney Plus, Disney has been putting a lot of money into these shows, man. I think that's why some of them they definitely are going to be like 6 episodes because they cost so much. Some of these are like $1 million an episode. Oh yeah, where's Wade? Yeah, somebody it's gonna come up. Every time you hear it, you just hear the breathing of Vader. It's just chills. You just open the door and close the door. Damn, hell of Jedi swords or sabers. Sorry. She cut they cut the line. Maybe reprogrammed it. I think when they had Anakin, the way they even them dressing him in a certain way, you already knew where he was going. Plus, you knew the story. But if they would have had him like dressing in lighter colors and kind of transitioned slowly over time to darker colors because of him being around Palpatine, I think it would have worked more with the character too. That shot with Vader's mask reflecting was dope. Yeah, it was. Kenobi. It's about to get real. Well, don't tell me a cameo period. Don't say nothing. The new Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, I like the music. Omar, don't tell that it's a cameo. You ruin it for people that hadn't seen it yet. It said that was underwhelming. I think that girl's related to Rose. She resembles. Every time I see her, I was thinking like, I wonder if it's some relation to that character, or they trying to play it off like it's a, maybe I don't know. I mean, the Skywalkers are tech savvy; it's part of their DNA. So bro, I wish I had surround sound or soundbar at least. Yeah, it definitely would sound pretty amazing. It's so crazy how Jimmy still looks really good, like after all these years. Frosty super chatted 199. What's good? It was insane. What's spoiling? Thank you for not spoiling anything, and thank you for the super chat. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you for that. Thank you once again for the super chat. That's awesome. Everything just looks good. Like it looks really good. So crazy, they're just murking the kids like that instead of taking them to the fold and convince them to be the dark side. But that's how they rule. They run. I like her character. Strong female lead. The C3P R2 unit in the background. That's the gun that Han Solo used to use. Oh, that dude's shaking like crazy. He was like, I'm telling you, she was a youngling. I freaking knew it. Empire will negotiate Rebel scum. They never do. Never do. I knew that was her. Called it. Episode 1. I told you she was a youngling. And she saw the whole thing. So that famous scene in the movie where he walks to the room and lights his saber, she was in that group technically. Mm. I mean, I hope you don't think you can take him. He's the strongest thing in the universe right now. He slaughtered my family, so let's join him. She tried, like I said, I think she really tried to kind of fight from inside out, which is like he's so strong he reads minds. I told you she's her child. That's what she's her child. So she doesn't want to kill him. Interesting. No, she's she said she wants to kill him. She said that Obi-Wan didn't want to kill him. Okay, Obi-Wan, look, he got a little kick to his voice right now. I want a lightsaber so bad. Oh, Shay Jackson Jr. She's mad at both sides, basically. Mad at Obi-Wan because he wasn't there. Mad at Anakin because he killed her family. That's what I said. I said earlier that she was her child. Exactly. She's definitely Leia. Um, Anger is the path to. Oh yeah, to the dark side, basically. That's why they. That's why they tell Jedi not to feed into it, because you feed into it, you will become. They like killing off the droids in the new Star Wars stuff. Don't know that. He tried to do the same thing they did in Rogue One. Rogue One, it was definitely more emotional. You felt connected to the robot more, or the being or spirit of the robot. Oh, may the force be with you. Finally, somebody said it. She went out like a Jito. O'Shea Jackson Jr. Lightsaber, direct strikes only wound you. Now, apparently, some good moments, but too much garbage. Can't make everybody happy. I like the droid in the Mandalorian when he self destruct. Oh yeah, came out of the underground tunnel. Yeah. They all get jumpy like, oh, you thought they so frightened. Crazy how Vader knew he would do that. Yeah, because he's being a true Jedi. A true Jedi would sacrifice themselves for the good of the people. I wish the project was under Favreau and Filoni, and why the hell is Kathleen Kennedy still? That's a question I can't answer. She ain't her daddy. She ain't her daddy when it comes to tech. Yeah, she's not. She's still young. She's freaking young. What you expect? He dealt with more tech. She dealt with politics, so it makes sense. But all the Skywalkers are tech inclined, and they're all pilots, and technically they're all Jedi. Leia was a Jedi. She just never finished training. It's in all the books and all the stories. Is the timer how far into the? It's a yeah. We start. This timer is 10. After 10 seconds, we start. I press play, and we everybody start play at the 10-second mark. So that's about how far we're into it. Give or take 10 seconds. There's about 16 minutes remaining. 16 and a half minutes remaining. He still got some of his moves though. It's pretty cool. This flashback just shows how off the edge he was. Yeah, you can. I mean, when you watch the movies, you just see it in the development and everything. Let's get about this piece. The crazy thing is, about it, they should have already been on board. That's just me. They should have been on board already. He just dropping all kind of stuff. Oh, he dropped the court. Yeah, I was like, why y'all outside? I should have been on the. Soon that thing opened up, just where come in to get the last three people in and bounce. He said, "Hold up, hold up, wait a minute. Let's put some funk in it." Vader is one strong dude. Where's Yoda and all this? Come on, man. Oh Lord, not Jedi Jar Jar. He's like, you be like that, yeah. Vader, yeah. Told you, Vader's the strongest. To top off that thing like a can of beans. For him, it's easy, man. Don't try it right now. Told you, like don't even. He knows. He knows. Like, what are you doing? Hey, looked old there. The CGI maxed out a little bit, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he hit him with the Tai Chi though. Y'all people, he's using Tai Chi. Oh, the double blade. Her double blade action ain't that strong though. It's not like uh I always like the splitting blade. That's so cool. Damn, he's like slowing it down too, and he took it from her. Oh, 1v1. 1v1 me. He said, "Yo, holy crap!" Oh, he's like, "I don't have to move a lot. I have the force way more than you think I do. The dark side is stronger with that one." He just thinks it's funny. He don't even care. Like, he's not really stressed off of her. I told you. I called it. I called it. Yeah, it's the first time I read it. I think yeah. He likes has been. He's like it's been a while since I got in a saber fight. He even knew who she was. He said youngling. I knew it. I called it. I called it. I called it. That he wasn't dead. And all those people that was pissed off in the first episode, I hope they watch the rest of the series. I knew he couldn't have been dead, man. I'm gonna take his CA's badge back. At least they kept up with the continuity then. I'm like, what planet they on? No, it's not the same planet. That's tough. Leave that girl in gutter. Yeah. Cause they users. 2 for 1. No two should have the same rank. Was that the last thing she said to him? Goodbye, Granny. I think so. He felt something. Oh, this is that scene. Now I'm curious of what they're gonna do with her. Yes, that's young Luke. Yeah, he was the one that you seen at the beginning. He was sitting on the edge of the house with the going like that, pretending to be um, a fighter or a pilot. Yeah, I'm curious as what's gonna happen this last episode because we know from the movies, that oh, like said he had no reason to mention Luke and Tatooine in that message. I'm just gonna move. Yeah, he didn't have to. Yeah, he didn't have to. I think it's more so just panic. More so just panic. Just him saying something. To be honest, like as a parent, I'm just probably panicking. The orchestra that they sounded so good too. This episode was 40 something minutes, 43 minutes. I hope the next episode is at least 50 minutes, 55 minutes, maybe an hour. Because the first one was 56, second was 42, third was 48, then that fourth one was super short, and then the the last one we just watched was 43 minutes. See, I was thinking like when she was trying to set him up that she wasn't gonna be the only one fighting him. Like, possibly Obi-Wan was gonna stay behind with, I guess, a small ship and fight, and then try to escape. But like we were all saying in chat, it was her. One, I assumed it from the jump that she was a youngling. I assumed she was a youngling because they kept talking about her being like half breed, so I assumed she was a youngling, and I was correct about that one. But like I said, also in some of the videos, I was saying that she was just a her child, and that's exactly what it was. She's a her child, and I think it kind of makes sense. So her character and the way her character acted and felt and led throughout the story, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. She was an orphan who lost everything. But what did you guys think of the episode? What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? What would you rate it? 10 being holy crap, that was amazing, and 1 being like eh. Why was people been chasing Kenobi and helping Vader? She hates Vader. She wanted. It's okay. It's like having somebody who's a spy. If they infiltrate the side, they infiltrate one side, but they're going in to be like, oh, I'm part of you guys, but they're actually there as a spy. That's basically what it was. She wanted to learn who he was, like want to learn more about him to try to stop him. But I mean, as her naivety in the situation, it's like, you really thought you can beat that dude? Like you thought the closer you got to him, you'd be able to beat him. Like you didn't realize how strong he was. Could it be Kenobi knowing if she attacked him that it would be enough distraction for them to escape? Well, that was part of his plan. That's why Vader said that. Like her attacking him was enough distraction for them to escape. I think Kenobi knew that already. Way better than last. Yeah, it was better than last episode. Top half of the series, 2, 3, and 5. Maybe. She also hates both of them because she thought Kenobi left them to die, left them for death, and should have been there. Yeah, but I would assume because of the whole, what Jimmy Smith's character says about the boy, maybe she realizes that, hey, the boy and the girl, brother and sister, and they're his kids, and we're keeping away from them. Like, I don't know, but it's a possibility. I don't know how they're going to change there, because the current director of this series, he definitely has some leeway to kind of change things up the way he wants to, as we've seen, because we know from the stories that we've all been told or read or seen, that's definitely not how none of it happened. Because the fact that he's protecting Leia, it's like, from the movies, she never knew who he was. She just knew of him and knew that she had to get to him. She didn't know him personally. But in this, they spent all this time together. So I'm only to assume is that at the end, in episode 6, he wipes her mind. He makes her forget. So she don't remember all this stuff. And build trauma, maybe. She will realize Obi-Wan had other priorities, but still Yoda gets a pass. Yoda always gets a pass. That's the homie. Like, her, like I said, her being a kid and somebody who they looked up to as like her leaders and saviors, and like she said, family, for him not to be there, I understand why she was angry. I totally understand. And like that's why, and when people were talking about how the character's stupid, I'm like, I started rationalizing it, like thinking logically about it. Like, she was a youngling, and like I said, I called it from the first episode, and I just had a feeling she was, and she was just hurt. She was hurt from being left. She was hurt from Anakin murdering all her people. She was hurt, and it just makes sense. They wrote in a actual grounded character who was very upset at life, basically. It seems like the early episodes, Yoda was wise but kind of loony too. Was that deliberate or more just different directors changing them up? I don't think he was really loony. I think he just had his own way of teaching. And plus, you gotta think, Yoda's like, the people who are like, not people, but the creatures or whatever you want to call it, are like Yoda. They live for a lot of years, so it's a lot of knowledge in that little head, and there's a lot going on. Anakin was Obi's Padawan, so all his fault. But that's why when those episodes started, Obi is feeling the way he feels, because he feel like he failed everybody. So the weight of Order 66 was on his shoulders. He felt like he failed. Why does River want to find Kenobi so bad if she hates Vader? She wants to find Kenobi because she wanted to kill Kenobi because he left them. She felt that he left them. She wants to kill Vader because he killed her people, her family. Kind of like, very simple. Yoda was just old guy teacher guy, I guess. I mean, basically, he was one of the strongest Jedi's next to Mace Windu and Anakin. Anakin was becoming one of the stronger ones, but Mace Windu and Yoda were the strongest ones there. Period. Then you had Qui-Gon, then you had Obi, and then Anakin was getting stronger. He was moving up the power rankings. And then, of course, the one that I always wanted to be in the stories that when I found out about her, I was kind of upset they never included her, was Ahsoka. By early, I meant chapter 4 through 7. Okay. She was waiting for a moment. Vader was distracted. Any other time any other time, he easily sensed it. He knew, but I mean, as you can hear from the conversation dialogue, he knew from the beginning because he even called her youngling. He knew exactly who she was, and they were playing her from jump. But because of how strong his abilities are, like they can lightweight read minds, they can feel the consciousness. Like if you're telling the truth, if you're lying, they can tell by your heartbeats. And so they're strong as crap. Like he had a crazy lunatic like laugh and was kind of an oddball, but chapter 1 and 3 he was not like that at all. Well, because if you look at chapter 1 to 3, that's the beginning. So over time, he probably that became part of his personality. Maybe that's how it was written in the script. I never saw the script, so I can't answer that question. But to her as a youngling, she only saw this decrepit Yoda. We know he wasn't. He didn't know Anakin lies. Well, if you remember, Yoda was never 100% sold on Anakin. He never was. That's why he always told. That's why he told Kenobi that Kenobi had to really keep him close and train him. That's why Kenobi was always around him, because they were never 100% sold on him. He knew who she was, but assumed she had turned to the dark side, kept the enemies close. No, I don't think he didn't assume she turned to the dark side. He assumed that she was a youngling and he would keep an eye on her because he didn't trust her. But it's like it's the dark side. They don't trust anybody. They don't trust who they're running with. Because I forgot what's the thing for the Sith. It's like if there's 2 or 3, one must fall for one to rise. It's this whole, you got to kill to be the top dog, basically. But like I said, I'm still curious as how they're going to end this off. Or is he going to push back her memory so she doesn't remember him? Because then it'll make sense for 4, 5, and 6 when he'd be like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're our only hope. Like that scene didn't make sense. But if she knows him, it's like, because when she meets him after they break her out of the prison, she doesn't know who he is, or at least she's acting like she doesn't know who he is. And he didn't want Kenobi Master to bring Anakin there at all, and told him not to train him for the jump. Yeah, they wasn't sold on it. They wasn't sure at all. Only 2 there can ever be the master and the apprentice, no more. Yeah. So it's always one has to be the master, and one always has to be apprentice. And then Qui-Gon was the one that was more sold on them. He sold Kenobi. He sold Kenobi, and Kenobi was like, "Okay, well, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna rock it out." Qui-Gon, yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn. He brought balance to the Force just now. Just not how they thought. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say that was balance. He just brought force to the Force. an immense power. He brought an immense power to the Force. But that's when you go into like the midichlorians, like all it's just like that's not even in like the movie um side of it. If you watch the cartoons, they talk that whole section where they talk about that. I was like, I wish I would have read the books when I was a kid. I didn't know nothing about the books because I would have some of the stuff they were talking about in some of those cartoons. You're like, damn, that's great. I did not know that. I just did not know that. Especially when they kind of explain to you how the Force was created, how there's a light side, a dark side, like where it came from, and basically how Luke, like how Anakin was born, and how Luke was born, and what was put together to make them create them to make them be born. I was like, damn, I did not know it was that deep. He eventually did, whenever he died and turned good when he fought. Yeah, that was the balance when he turned good to protect Luke. That was the balance they were looking for. It was kind of too late because so many Jedi had already passed and perished because Palpatine was a greedy jerk. But I still, I mean, I liked it. It was cool. Cool. I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what happens in the last episode. So for those who have been here, thank you so much. For those who are new, I appreciate you. The goal is to be here next Wednesday morning for the final episode, and we will. I'm trying to debate if so. Right now, I watched the first episode of Miss Marvel, and I'm editing it to upload it, and then I'll be doing the second episode and editing that to upload that as well. Which that second episode just dropped tonight. The first episode, I was able to get it so I can edit stuff together, and I'm almost done editing that, so that'll be uploaded very shortly, very soon. But then I got The Boys. I have a lot of stuff I need to watch. I'm so behind on stuff. Do we know if there's going to be any more movies featuring Rey with the gold saber? Right now, there hasn't been anything that's come out. Like, from my understanding, the movies that's supposed to be coming out for Star Wars are not Skywalker bound movies. So the original story of Star Wars, if you ever read the like subheadings and stuff, it says a Skywalker story. So all those are built up because of Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, and Leia, and Padme. So those are all part of the Skywalker story. These new ones, like Rogue One and some of the new ones that's supposed to be coming out after 9, are supposed to be just new stories. So I don't know if they will have anything to do with Rey or any of them, or Finn or any of them. I mean, I know we did a trailer for Andor, and Andor, his story, he's gonna have his series is supposed to have 2 seasons, and they did a trailer for that too already. And I think his season starts later this year. To be honest, I always found it odd he was never to bring balance to the Jedi, but to the Force. Yeah. And Zach will be dropping a huge video much later today. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Zach will be dropping a video on our other page, World Fan Sports, for our sports aficionados. Yeah, he'll be dropping that later on today, and it'll be a premiere. So if you want to watch, you can actually watch and talk with him and I both in the chat of the video. So it'll be pretty cool. Yeah, that's exactly what the balance is about. Jedi's always thought it was about just good, but it's the balance of both. Jedi's views were wrong too in a sense. I mean, they wanted balance because they were the Jedi wanted balance because they were always outnumbered. They was always outnumbered. So they wanted to balance it so it'd be, I don't want to say fair. Fair is the wrong word. They wanted to bring peace to the Force too, though. And the Empire was always winning because they always were more powerful. So they felt that if Anakin was the driving force to build up the good side of the Force, then they can help them conquer the Empire and bring peace to the galaxy. I found that interesting when watching the other series and hearing other people's thoughts on them. Yeah, I always felt it was always, to me, it was balanced, but not like balanced like that, or at least that's how I felt. Yeah. Thank you for posting those, Zach. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, Zach, did you hear what I said about Jack Del Rio in the message I sent you? Sorry, I'm off to bed. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Rest. Yeah, you have a good night. I'm about to get off the stream. These streams are usually anywhere from like an hour to hour and a half, just depending on conversation. But I'm about to get off myself. But I don't know if you heard what I said about the Jack Del Rio thing. His comments about the whole gun safety stuff. I'll put it in. Okay. Okay. I just wasn't sure if you heard about it, so I was like, let me tell him about that one too. Cause I saw somebody post something about it. I guess Keyshawn. Where's it at? Let me see if it's still up. Off of the Keyshawn, J. Will, and Mac show, they get a lot of their show snippets end up on YouTube, and I guess I don't know how true this title is because it's not really their page; it's somebody random. But it says Keyshawn Hart's criticizes two commanders, Jack Del Rio, called Capitol Insurrection as a dust up. Yeah, Jack Del Rio, I never really liked that guy. Even when he was our coach, couldn't stand him. Was glad when he left. Interesting. Brown sugar, babe, gets high up the behave. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys for watching this with me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my live watch party and reaction. Like I said, I will have content up. There's some music stuff that I got coming up for, I think, BTS. They had some stuff before they took their break. So I just saw that late last night and couldn't really get into it today because it's such a long video. I have to break it up. But also, like I said, Miss Marvel will have 2 episodes of that. Possibly may go live for a short 1 hour or 2 hour stream, depending on who shows up. But it will be for The Boys episode 1, and then may do a later 1 hour stream or 2 hour stream for Stranger Things episode 1, and then we'll try to do 1 or 2 of those a day for the next couple of days to try to knock some of it out at the same time. But thank you guys for being here. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, noon, wherever you are in the world today. And if you're watching this after we recorded live, post a yellow heart in the chat in the conversation so I know when you watched it. Tell me the time that you watched it. Also, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Celebrate and show some love for the video. So I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And yes, TTV Frosties, thank you so much for the super chat. Those super chats go a very long way. They help with everything pretty much for the most part goes back into keeping all this maintained and keeping like internet and all that stuff going as well. So appreciate you. Love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, noon, wherever you are in the world today. My name is Nonpfixion. This has been another episode of Ready, Set, Geek for episode 5 of Kenobi. We'll see you next week for Kenobi, the finale episode, chapter 6. Appreciate you. Love you. I'm out, you guys. Have a safe week and enjoy yourselves.